Alright, the next opponent has been sighted. And it's on open palms. And it's versus Terror Squid. This is not going to be good for me, guys. This is not going to be good for me. So, walking forward to the Hydro is actually a valid option, but I think I'm going to go for the P-Gen initially. And then walk. And we're just going to build a whole hell of a lot of land factories. I may actually go without an air factory for some time. Terror Squid did that to me last game and ended up with a pile of land units on the field. And I feel like the amount of land units I can field will be exceptionally useful. Toddy, appreciate the resub, man. Very much. Second month in. Riding on that Twitch Prime subscription. Speaking of which, I know it doesn't get said terribly often on stream because I don't like talking about these things in most cases, but if you do enjoy the streams and you have an Amazon Prime subscription that you haven't utilized yet, you can actually sub to the channel for free with a Twitch Prime sub. Sends a couple bucks my way. It's free to you guys. You're watching anyway. It is a highly useful thing. Alright, I am going to queue there. I'm going to take this engineer and get all of our lovely little rocks around the base with it. You're going to go get the mass extractor on that side. We are going to assist there, build a power generator, drop 2 land factories. And then you, my friend, are going to get this. I kind of want to just reclaim with this to try for the best I can. Don't know how plausible that is. I should probably also not be spending this much time with my ACU in the base, but these things happen, you know? Right. Let's go that way. You are going to start producing tanks over in this direction. Okay. Excelente. So that'll float us for a pretty good bit. I think I'm going to go over here. And we're going to do that. You are going to go over here. Probably not going to make it through this whole build queue, but we can hope, right? We can hope. Go that way. We are going to mix in a small amount of extra anti-air. Go that way. So that we do not end up in a bad spot if bombers they be a-coming. Gonna go that way with you. Build up the power just in time, I think. We're going to send you out to get the rear 2 here and build... Can I get a land factory anywhere up here? Looks like I can get one there. Oh, hello! Of course there are. Of course there's labs. Of course. What are we at on this side? It looks a little better. Alright, so he got my engineer, which is a pain. But we shall overcome. Let's get you down. Get a few P-gens in. You're going to carry on your merry way. We'll have you go that way. We'll get you back here. Which might work out a little better than what it did before. And then, got all of our tank buddies on this side. Okay, so that puts us in somewhat of a slightly better position anyway. Let's get a couple of engineers out towards yonder zone. Is Terror Squid actually going all UEF? Is he queuing ladder UEF? I guess I went random both of the last games, and I got UEF both of the last games, so that's probably not an entirely unheard of situation. So I should not really be that bent out of shape about it, but it is a bit of an oddity, I think. The statistical likelihood of this taking place is rather low. Oh, that's a, that is another lab guarding this area back here. Yay! We need to actually take that into account. Alright then. Let's go this way. Pull you in over here. I am building a little extra AA, which is causing some issues with my overall tank mix. But not anything that we can't overcome, I don't think. Although, I can probably pull that anti-air out now that I have a functional air factory. Because this was mostly for the sake of denying extremely early bombers. And then I need to send... Let's see. Send these guys back here. And you can zippity-doo-dah your way back around. And I see the power stall, guys. I see it. I see it. Unfortunately, at this exact moment in time, not a whole lot that I can do about it. That is the bad thing. Let me actually do... Let me get the hydro up. That's exactly what I was afraid of. Hello there. I would like to shoot you down, please, and shoot down is successful with the 2 anti-airs there. Oh wait, you need to carry on your way back there. Drop a radar in, and oh my. Okay, I see that. You were actually getting ready for a little run by there, weren't you? Dirty, dirty son of a diddly. Let's get both of you up on T1 tank spam. Get you there. And that is an ACU. Alright. Back up, back up, back up. To get that down there. Didn't lose our engineer. Came close to it, but didn't lose it. Get a few units up that way. And you need to go back there. Alright, so we are safely going to make it in. Hallelujah. Finally. Finally. And that gives us our power that we so desperately needed. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to drop T2, drop a couple of engineers, and then go pillar spam. Hopefully, we'll be able to make that work out. And then I need to scout. You are going to go on repeat, because that is something that I would like to eradicate sooner rather than later. Oh, hello there. He actually moved on both sides. Look at that, look at that. Okay. I need you. Get a couple of those in, then we're gonna go here. Gonna go here. Let me go see what we've actually got on this side. He is going straight artillery. Look at that Lobo. That's fine. If he's going straight artillery, that means that I can outmaneuver him with tanks. And that is actually preferable. Hello. I would prefer not to lose both of these sides. Thank you very much. Put you up here. Get that in. Get a little bit more tank production going on this edge. I am not going to be able to take this, I don't think. I do not have the APM for this. Let me try to run by there and then run by there at the same time. I need to get my other 2 mexes here. You, my friend, are going to go for engineers in the back, which is probably going to turn into some serious stuff for air production later. You guys up to the front. And then we need to start thinking about some kind of upgrade situation. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 land factories with a 9th air. He's got a fair bit of air production. So that is not particularly fantastic. Cue you there. Might be able to slip around to the rear, but that is also somewhat unlikely. Make sure he didn't get any factory down on this side. Oh, look at you, look at you. I need to just get past these engineers. Because if there is a factory back here, I need to know. Yep, there's a factory. Alright, so we are going to build a second factory. And that will be fine. You are going to go only combat units and move there. We should be able to take that out, no problem. Let's move up to the front. You are going to go there, get a radar in. I have pitifully poor radar coverage around this side, that's for sure. As is currently being showcased by my lack of catching on that. Yep, that's a little run by. Dang it all. Let me see if I can snag it up here. Go to the rear. He will probably try to stick around and kill that mechs, which is going to be his undoing. I'm actually okay with that. Try to poke and prod our way up in here. Pause you while we finish this off. Okay. That's good. So that is a gun upgraded T1 commander. So I don't actually have to worry terribly much about the ACU building point defense and whatnot, but that is going to be a very, very strong commander on this side. So let's go ahead and back off of this and go for tankages. Go ahead and key all T1 to the other side, along with T2, which I think is going to be possibly more important. Get that up, and we'll drop a TMD there and go for a T2 mass extractor. Alright, that looks pretty good to me. That is 3 land factories on the north side. Holy cow. Are you actually that determined to get both of these? That is insane. Air Squid, I would really like you to die. I know you're probably not going to, but it would be lovely. He is going to go full-on aggressor mode with his ACU and all units on this edge. So that means that I should be able to hit this side relatively effectively. Alright, the gun commander is going to be a problem, that's for sure. Okay. What I'm hoping is that he will be too preoccupied with his own crap on that side to notice the run-by that I am currently organizing. Yep, that's right. That's right. Eat it. Either way, you lose your backup units on the ACU, and that is exactly what I need. Okay. So I might be able to kill his... Ooh. I will actually be able to kill his thing here. Move back. Let's go ahead and key in. That is a depressing amount of losses, and now he has substantially more spam than I do. So we're going to go T2 and get pillars out. Should be able to rescue ourselves with that. You guys are going to need a lot of tanks. Let's see. To get in and replace our build power that we're losing. This is going to be bad. This is going to be bad. So you go there. So that's 4 mexes down. Not the end of the world. Let's get... Probably now is not the time to assist a T2 mex. Let's finish you and come back this way. If I can engage with the T2 ACU, we might be able to do a fair bit about this. Let's see. You go back there. You go up there. Alright, cool. And this is what I get for not having a build order. I am probably going to need an E-storage here. I am minus 80 mass per tick because of the losses I've taken to my eco on the other side. Oh dear, and he is getting the reclaim. That's GG. There's nothing I can do after that.
Commander under attack.
Dadgummit. He's scaled so freaking quickly. Come on.
Under attack.
The bumper boats got him out just in time. That was ridiculous. Oh, Open Palms is a hard map to play, and I utterly failed at it. He had me all the way through. All the way through. I mean, he's 250? 260 rank higher than I am. Of course he's a better player. Also, he's a more consistent ladder player. And 90% of the time, I guarantee you, the difference between someone my rank and someone his rank is a build order. Because if you get off on the right foot with your units in the right places, you win. Because he had, at the beginning, he sniped off 3 expansion engineers with 2 well-placed labs, which he worked into his build order early, and judging by the configuration of his base, he didn't run to Hydro. He did something else different. So that was just completely... What I'm confused about is how he went... How did he know...
You seem to have courage. Intelligence seems to be lacking.
Appreciate the bits, Roy. How did he know to lay in 3 land factories on this side? That's what I want to know. Because he had not scouted my side when he initially encountered my units, and he never built additional factories on this side. He only ever built the 1. I'm actually thinking about going back and looking at the replay on this one, because I would like to know what he did early game. Mass income, dead even until 6 minutes in. Let's take a look at the replay. Because that crap... Let's see. Local replays. There we go. Get it up here. Okay, so on his build order, let me bump this up a couple ticks. Alright, so he's going double adjacency on the land factory, which I did not do. I only had single adjacency. 1 P-Gen, 2 P-Gens with all of the mexes, and then he's probably running up to the hydro after 2 instead of 1. So I went power generator, mexes, hydro, power generator, then 2 land factories. He probably went first engineer reclaiming, specifically picking up a few trees. Okay, so he was picking up rocks on the way to the front with the engineer to make up the difference in walking time on the ACU. 3 engineers first, then mech marines. So that is definitely something that needs to be done. So I will have 1 more engineer than he has, but his combat units are going to eliminate that lead later. So he's got, let's see, manual reclaim on a few tree clumps, moving out to 4 mass extractors into the land factory, and then 3 mass extractors into the land factory on this side. So that's actually queued from the very beginning of the game. So he can exploit these edges as quickly as possible. See, 3 mexes in relation to the amount of other stuff on Open Palms doesn't seem like much to me. But I guess a 6 mex lead overall would be worth it. Okay, so he's queued here and here. So all of that stuff was set up from the beginning of the game. That's 100% just a preset build order he does. So all of these are in place waiting for hapless engineers that come around. And it looks like he was going to try to get the engineer on these mass extractors as well. He was able to move those up. Full power queue out to the front. ACU up to the front aggressively. He is hurling that thing into combat. And then we've got Air Factory followed by a bunch of land factories. So Air Factory was 4th. And I had 5 land factories. 6th it was an air. So he was never really in any danger here. And once he realized I wasn't sending a ton of units to this side, he backed his ACU up to go and get the expansion. So at this point in the game, if we pause, this is 37 mass income versus 25. And he's already mostly claimed on both outside expansions, and he's already got an engineer to the rear. Like, that's the level. Droid, appreciate the sub, man. And yes, there is a T1 Air Scout there. Yes. Patrolling the center of the map. So he does have eyes on everything that's going on. And Fool! Dang, getting the subtrain off today. So my early defense was halfway decent. This is where I typically struggle on in Open Palms, and it is one of the ways that I think I've improved the most over the course of time I've been playing ladder, is on maps like this, just trying to actively prevent run-bys and provoke the other player, so that they're forced to use their units instead of being able to provoke in their own right. I think that I was way the hell too long getting to the mass extractors over here, and you'll notice we're at that 6-minute mark where he started to just take off on mass. Absolutely take off. So it looks like only engineers at the land factory at first. He knows that I haven't built anything. Only engineers out of this factory. I did shoot down the air scout, and no other scouting is taking place. So I've got this in. He could have deduced that this engineer was going over to build the land factory. He started to build an artillery and then went back for more engineers on that. Not sure what his thinking was there. No T2 mass extractors as of yet. Strictly more land factories in the core base, not in the expansions. A key difference there between mine and his, because I have 5 plus 5, 10 total land factories. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 total, 11, 12. But 13! Okay, so he was actually substantially outproducing. And multiple point defense in the bases that are most likely to be raided. Interesting. Still haven't gotten my 2 mexes there. Still haven't gotten that mass extractor. That's a shameful display. I could have done a lot better on that. And he just had way more units total. I never should have been able to get these units through. There's the gun upgrade, 9 minutes in, which does make sense. He's probably going for T2 as well now. No, actually, he hasn't started T2 yet. So I've got T2. If we take a look at his perspective, there's the scout. He sees my units and has started to queue additional factories there because he sees he's losing it. And as soon as he saw the T2 factory, I'm sure he started to take his own measures. Where? I thought he would have had T2 by now. He went T2 late. He got the gun upgrade, and now he's getting the E storage for overcharge. Then all of that goes on to air production to secure that aspect. So he sees that I've got the T2 land, and that's going to cause him an issue, and immediately goes into countermeasures. Interesting. This raid is pretty dang ineffectual because I just ran it into point defense. Also, reclaim. Wow. That's going to be... I think I made a critical error taking the bait. Look, he fronts his ACU to soak all the damage he possibly can. I walk in like a dingus, and he just gets to overcharge his way through my units while keeping his own tanks in reserve until he has simply overwhelming numbers, and then could just clear the entire thing out. Once he picked up Vet, didn't even lose 3/4 health. That's just insane. And then here I am moving, which I think was a good decision, but he saw it coming from a mile away. I think he purposely didn't respond until I was completely past. Okay, that's smart. So that way he guaranteed himself the reclaim field. All he traded was a T1 Mex and an E storage. That one T1 Mex there, I did no damage at all. He got T2 online, immediately has engineers out reclaiming, and then completely wiped the south edge, which is another wide open reclaim field, hundreds deep on this side. So yeah, totally outplayed. Totally and completely outplayed. It does look like he went for a much heavier T1 air presence. Well done, Terror Squid. That's how it went. Oh. Yeah, the early raiding with labs can completely screw builds. Yep, played like a fiddle is definitely it. Well, that's an interesting thing to watch. And I may actually post this loss to the YouTube channel, which is when I get beaten that badly, it's not usually something that I do because steamrolls are not fun games to watch. Like, I won't post me steamrolling somebody else, and I won't post myself getting steamrolled. But I think this is a case of an excellent learning experience, and this is why The standard answer for anybody who says, what can I do to get better, is to watch your own replays. Because you can look at it and see what you did wrong and how to fix that. And you can see what they did right and how to copy that. Copy their build order, try to move your units the same way they do, anticipate the same patterns. And if you do that kind of thing, it really boosts you up a whole lot very quickly. And like seeing that, I'm definitely going to pick up his build order 100% because I need something better for open palms. And then I need to be able to anticipate what better players are going to do more easily. So yeah, excellent learning experience on that one. That is going to wrap everything up for this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, feel free to drop a like and share it with someone. If you want to support the channel, catch the streams, or join the Discord, check out the links in the description. Thank you all for being at least partially insane, and I will see you in the next one.